All right, everyone, let me see your whiteboards. So, when we have 340.2 grams, we should have how many ounces? 12. Good. So we would do that by, we can keep our ratio the same. You do not have to change the ratio every time. You could keep that same first ratio that we used. But if you use different ones, that would be okay. You could use whatever you want as long as you're consistent. Doesn't want to work for me today. All right. So we know our grams, right? We need to find ounces, right? So where are we going to put grams? At the top or the bottom? Bottom, right? So we want to line up our units. 0.2 grams. And then when we cross multiply by it, everyone got 12, right? Yeah. All right. So let's go to our next one. So we use the same ratio, right? Which was 7 ounces. What was it again? 0.45 grams, right?
Yeah.
So it's 7 ounces over 198.45 grams, right? And we're given our ounces for the last one, right? And how many ounces were we given? So how many ounces were we given? 15, right? We put them on top because we want to make sure we line up our units, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then we cross multiply and divide to get what?
425.
Good. 425.25 grams. Does anyone have any questions?
When we did the cross multiplying and dividing, we just went in the line, like when we got the 10 ounces, the grams for that, we just had it going in the line.
Okay. Whatever
Yeah.
you got, you kept using.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you guys can use whatever ratios you want. They are all the same. As long as you just make sure that you line up your units, you'll be right. Does that make sense? You don't have to use the 7 ounces and 198.45 the entire time. I think it's easier for me just to use the same one. But whatever works for you, you guys can do it your own way. As long as you guys are lining up, like if you're using the 10, you got to make sure you guys use the 283.5. If you're using the 12, you got to make sure it's 12 over 340.2. Then you would line up your units. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's look to part B of that. Let's go back to the chart. It says, write an equation to describe the relationship between ounces and grams. So, we're going to say that ounces is X, right? Because when we go to graph it, this would be our X's, and this would be our Y's. So, if I was to graph it, my X-axis is down here, right? And my Y's is here, and that's why I do it. So if we had 7 ounces, and we would go up to 198.45. That is why that is X and Y. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So when we were writing equations, last lesson or last unit, what was the saying we always said when we were writing equations?
What do we do to X to get Y?
What are we doing to X to get Y? So based on that, as a group, I want you guys to write an equation for part A, for the chart.
X